Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. I think this is the 6th vlog of our van series. It is technically week 9, so I definitely haven't kept up week to week, but that's because some weeks we didn't do very much. Speaking of which, this week we are kind of trying to play catch up. We went yesterday to Home Depot. We got a sheet of 1/2 inch birch plywood. These are 3/4 inch birch plywood that we're gonna use for benches. We also got, let's see, I'll show you. We also got, and we left it in the van because yesterday it was really windy and they were like predicting thunderstorms, so we just kept them in the van. Yesterday we also got this small sheet of 3/4 inch sandy plywood, a bunch of 1x3s and 2x2s, and then also this pocket door hardware, because we are ready to build our bulkhead. It's time. We got pretty much everything else done, and we can't really build our benches until we build our bulkhead door, because we kind of need to build our benches based on however much room the bulkhead wall takes up. I'm hoping to keep it to about 3 or 4 inches, but I know that that's pretty skinny, so we're gonna see what we can do. It's not very much space. Let me show you the plans that I've got laid out for this. I've changed it around a few times. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about what other people did, and I kind of made my recommendations, or my plans based on their recommendations. So let's see. The original design that I was looking at was just something like this, with everything covered in plywood. The attic will be an opening that goes out over the cab of the van for extra storage, just an extra shelf, and the rest of this was going to just be framed out and enclosed. But I realized that just made it too thick. Like, it just added like a whole extra inch of material that we really don't need. As long as the pocket door can't be opened from the cab when we have it locked on the the van living side, that's all I really care about. So I kind of changed my plan around to, let's see, I have so many drawings, to this instead. So here's my final design for the framing. I'm keeping it to a much narrower design because I'm not going to be putting plywood on both sides. The cool thing is that since we have a bench right here, this doesn't even need any extra plywood. We just need extra plywood here on the wall, and then whatever we want to do for this overhead, and then a good strong piece of plywood that will go like on the cab side to cover up this hole, obviously, because this side has wiring in it. That'll be all enclosed, so we just need something like 1 sheet of plywood, which is why we got the 1/2 inch plywood to go here, if that makes sense. And then we have a 3/4 inch piece for the door that's a little bit narrower than the hardware says that it can use. I think that the hardware says it can use an 1-inch thick door, but that's the beauty of having the rails exposed, which is what this is right here. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but I'm showing you anyway, just to show you my thought process. But yeah, so I was thinking the door can be exposed on the inside, on the living side, and it can just slide like this, and it'll be even easier then to make it lock on this side. You just put something in there to make it lock. Amazingly simple. We have our like storage. I actually think this is a lot more visually interesting anyway than having something that's all enclosed. So this is what we are doing. I also have kind of a crazy idea, kind of playing catch up. I have kind of a crazy idea where we try to build all these structures in like the next 2 weeks. Sorry, the birds have been so loud. Like, dude, I'm trying to film a video. It was like this at the end of the last video too. I don't know what this bird's doing, but it's got a lot to say. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, we're kind of trying to play catch up. We still want to be out of here by Halloween. That's still kind of our crazy stretch goal. So I basically broke down everything that we need to do and how many hours it should reasonably take to do it, and then put it all into the calendar as if I was working like a full 9 to 5 kind of schedule. Obviously there'll be a break in the middle of the afternoon when it's still kind of too hot to work, because it is still up to like 95 degrees here in Arizona every day. It's just the worst. But I think for the most part we actually could finish this in that time frame, which is kind of crazy, but I think we could. Most of it I can do myself. There's some stuff that Vincent will need to help on, like obviously getting the big sheets of plywood cut down into smaller pieces and stuff will need some help. Hey bud. I don't know how we're gonna give this guy up, honestly. He's just invited himself into our lives. Yeah, so I'll need some help from Vincent, but a lot of it I can do myself. So this week is going to be crazy. I'm hoping this week to get done this bulkhead wall we'll be working on today and tomorrow. If we finish that, then we can get started on the boxes that need to cover our water tanks, because those are kind of important to get into place, so that then we can work around those as far as like our benches and our cabinets go. So if we finish the boxes, I think we'll be able to do that in like a day. And then after that, we'll be working on building our whole L-shaped bench, which will eventually, you know, be the base for our bed. But our bed we can build later, and we kind of need to build at the end because it's just a little big piece of plywood that like comes down over everything else. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. That's the plan. So there's a lot of talking, but that's kind of the catch up. I'm feeling, I don't know if you can tell, I'm feeling a lot more motivated this week than I have been in a long time. And mostly it's just getting this kind of finished to where it looks like something that you could live in. That's been very motivating. This little guy is just pacing back and forth. We will quite literally drive these cats like almost anywhere in the country. If you just tell us, we will pack them up and we will take them to you if you want to adopt them. You just let me know. I love them so much. They have the sweetest personalities, and they're just genuinely so cute. And they deserve lots of love. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Vincent is finishing a class at 4:15. It is 4 o'clock right now, so we have a little bit of time until Vincent's ready to come help me, which I will need help, but there's plenty of setup I can do regardless, or like before he gets out here. We need to set the awning back up. I can start measuring things, so we're just gonna get going. We're gonna see how much progress we can make. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. Okay, update. We got our 1x3s and our 2x2s, and we made our box for our wall. Tragedy struck because, of course, this right here required a 2-inch pocket screw. It's a specific type, and we had a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch and not a 2-inch. So we had to go to Home Depot just now. Luckily, it's like 5 or 6 minutes away, but we had to go get just the right screw. Right, Goose? Is that so annoying?
You meant Ghost? You said Goose.
Oh, Ghost, yes. Too many G names in my life. I split my love between multiple cats. Anyway, okay, so we got that in. So we got our frame framed. And then the next thing will be, we're gonna do this 1x3 right here going across the top, which is also what our shelf will sit on in our opening. So that's the next step. And Vince is doing the pocket screws for that. Pocket holes.
Just double checking, 3/4.
You got this, babe. Your farmer stand is out of this world.
I know, right?
I think it's the worst one you've ever had.
Yeah, this t-shirt doesn't help with that. Literally, I saw a video of a guy building a bus saying like, yep,
Nothing is level. Okay, we've got this cross beam in. Now we're just doing the up and down beam. That is where the pocket door will slide against. So we can just, this is actually really fun, right? It's like we're just actually building something from scratch. We actually haven't done that yet. This is the first time we've done that.
Last time we were installing stuff, that was all the framing, and that was so hard. We were just arguing half the time.
Yeah, it was stressful.
This is like easy.
This does feel easy. Maybe it's just because we know what we're doing now too.
Exactly.
It's very fun. Okay, that is our pocket door. Oh, that's a horrible sound. That's our pocket door track, which is going to go right here. Let me make sure I can see myself. It's gonna go right along here. We made it fit perfectly, and we're just gonna put the hanging parts inside of it before we screw it on, so that we don't have to worry about like adding extra wood at the ends or anything. I think that should work pretty good. And otherwise, our frame is done. It's obviously not secured into the van yet. Right now it's just floating, and it will easily fall down if we move it around too much. But once we get our shelf in here, so we're gonna have a shelf that sits right on top of this 1x3, and probably have extra supports like down there on the shelf. So we'll have to do that tomorrow, and then install our pocket door, and then paint everything, and then put all of our plywood on. Still a ways to go, but we got our frame done. So I'm very happy that it was good progress for today, since we only started at 4 and it's now past 7. We have some time tomorrow to work on it too, according to my new schedule that I made. My crazy schedule that probably will never achieve, but we can try. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna sign off for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello. Back to it. There's our wall. There's our wall so far. And I just got back from the zoo, and I'm gonna help Vincent work on stuff. He is putting up the these right here. The fan covers. This is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Good job, honey.
Thank you.
Figuring it out all by himself. He's doing so great. So helpful, so awesome.
For some reason, that sounds like...
It's not. I love you.
Okay.
I love you so much. Oh, you're sweaty.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, so the order of operations for today. Today we need to finish this wall. I'm hoping to finish it today and maybe even start on the water tank boxes. So we need to do, you know, plywood on this side, on the driver's, you know, side of the wall, and then finish the door. Gotta paint things. We got lots to do. So this is where we're going to jump right in and just get going. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm kind of stressed about it, to be honest, but we're just gonna do it. So I've got one coat of paint on the inside of this, because that's the only part that we're gonna be able to see of this frame. Side note, Vincent got this installed and it looks so good. I'm so happy. Go Vincent. And then otherwise, I've got one coat of paint on the door that we'll be installing later. I have to do another coat after this fully dries. We are using Benjamin Moore Scuff X. It was not cheap, but it looked really good. I think it'll be great. I'm excited about it. I mean, they demonstrated it in the store and it absolutely is scuff resistant. So that's great. Hey buddy. I know. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. This color is called Fossil, if you like it. It's just like a very off-white, kind of warm white, I would say. But I really like it. I think it looks really good with our other colors. So there you go.
Bonsoir, test 1, 2, 1, 2. Oui, oui, oui. Okay. Man, I'm out of practice. Yeah, so right now we're cutting the back panel of this guy, which is going to be our bulkhead / divider. So that opening that you see right here. Did you actually?
This whole process,
you did?
I've done it already.
Okay. So, well, guess we're just cutting that part right there of the back side, plus a little pegboard that we're going to attach on top of it. And voila! That's what we're working on. Honestly though, on the side note, oh my god, it feels so much better out here. We're so tired of, let me get some good lighting. We're so tired of the heat. We can finally work during the day without sweating bullets. And there's a nice breeze all day long because we're starting into the fall. Even though, like, it's weird because temperature is still what, about like 91?
Yeah, I think Ohio was 92 today.
92, yeah. So it's still hot, but it doesn't feel as hot. And at night it gets down to the 70s, the low 70s, so that's good. I can't do it with this heat anymore. Baby,
Yeah.
let's never go back to Arizona during the summer.
I hate it.
Ever. Bye.
Alright, we're back. I did not even film any of this because it was a lot of sitting around and talking and measuring. But we did get one whole side of our plywood on, and it fits, and all is well. We had to cut a notch for cables, and all of this is going to get covered by pegboard. We realized something really cool is that basically this little area right here is going to be an opening for the cats to be able to go into a little cubby to sleep while we drive. So we don't really even want to put plywood here. We're just going to put pegboard only over that spot. Well, pegboard is going to cover this whole thing. So we'll just like not back the pegboard with anything in this area right here. And then the cats will have so much extra breathing room. It'll like provide more airflow for them while they're in there. It'll just be awesome. So instead of being like a plywood box, it'll be like a nice place with holes to breathe better. So I was like really proud of myself because I think that's a brilliant plan. Good thinking on my part, if I do say so myself. Pegboard will basically just be floating, and then there'll be more plywood on this corner over here going up to cover, like, you know, the pocket hole door or pocket door opening hole. Anyway, I don't know if any of that made sense, but it's okay. We just spent a long time trying to figure out all those measurements and all that cutting, and we still didn't do a great job. So not covering that area of plywood solves some of our problem of having to try to retrofit everything together. So yeah, that's where we're at. Now we are going to go get food, and look how cute these babies are. Tux is, or no, Ghost is underneath, and Blackback is playing with them. Tux is over there. Hey, Tux Tux. Hi, baby. All right, you ready?
Yep.
We're gonna go get dinner.
Yes.
Hi, friends. It is about 4:30. I have been working on this project still all day. Basically, I got outside at noon, which is when Vincent had a little break, and we got the rest of this other side cut out and the shelf cut out. They are drying right there and right there. I got 2 coats of paint on there. So right now I am going to be going ahead and installing this pocket door track. Usually you would plan on it being shorter than the doorway because you'd want to be able to slide these off if you needed to, but I decided to put them permanently in there because they don't need to slide off, and it's better for the way that a car moves and the way that things aren't always level, for them to not be able to come off anyway. So we made the track all the way across, so I put them in here before I am going to be drilling this into the wood, so that they're just there, and then, you know, we'll attach the door hanging parts to the door that we're going to be installing also. Let's hope I got my measurements right. I think I did, but I am a little bit nervous about it. So we will see. But that's what I'm doing right now. Vincent should be done teaching really soon, and then he can come out. We're gonna finish installing everything. Mainly the pegboard out there. We're gonna be cutting and putting that on the cab side of our bulkhead. So yeah, still probably several hours of work to do on this, but I think that we can finish it today, which would be really awesome. Today is October 6th, so if we can get this wall done, amazing. Then we can actually start on our cabinets. There's just always so much. There's just so much to do all the time. But we're making it work. It'll be fine. Hey, you stay down. No coming in the van right now. You're gonna get your dirty paw prints all over. No. No, baby. You stay right there. All right, back to work. Okay, I haven't vlogged in a couple days. We spent Friday, today's Sunday. We spent Friday finishing this. I literally just zip tied it into the frame for now. And I also have a couple L brackets down here and here to make sure that it's stable. And we don't want to put our pocket door in yet because why? We don't need it. So I just have this clip here to stop the pocket door hardware from sliding around when we drive. But it is super stable in here, and we have our shelf, which is very exciting. This was really difficult to do when we did it, and I feel so proud of that. Vincent is hard at work on the tanks. He's been like testing everything, whatever else. And then we also built these. They're just literally plywood boxes. This one's reinforced because we're gonna be putting the fridge on here. This one is literally just gonna be under the sink, so it's not gonna have anything sitting on it, so we're not making it super strong. And we also totally attached it around here, so it has a nice little gap. It's fine, everything's good. But yeah, I got a coat of like mildew resistant primer on here, and then 2 coats of our green Benjamin Moore Scuff X paint. Also, sorry, the AC is on, so it's loud, but yeah, I'm really happy with these. These will just be, like I said, underneath some cabinets and counters and stuff, so they don't matter a whole bunch. I just wanted to paint them the same color as the cabinets to make them kind of blend into the background. But yeah, super awesome. So let's see, I don't know how much I've even filmed, but I think this is where we'll end this vlog. Next week we're going to be doing a whole bunch more building. Next week we'll be finishing up the water tanks, like their installation and plumbing. As you can see, we got a lot going on. And then we'll also be starting the benches down here, and then hopefully we'll even be able to start on the fridge unit that goes right here. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed watching. It's been a good week of lots of building and some important structural stuff in there, so feeling good. Catch you in the next one. And a whole bunch of extra wood back there with liquid nails so that it was flush. And Vincent is working on getting rid of any screws that are sticking up.
Okay.
So that's really fun. We could only drive the screws in so far, and